If I could scare the light away, no sun should ever shine. If I could bid the clouds obey, thick darkness should be mine. Where'er my weary footsteps roam, I hate whate'er I see, and fancy builds a fairer home in slumber's hour for me. I had a vision yesternight of a lovelier land than this, where heaven was clothed in warmth and light, where earth was full of bliss, and every tree was rich with fruits, and every field with flowers, and every zephyr wakened lutes in passion-haunted bowers. I clambered up a lofty rock and did not find it steep. I read through a page and a half of Locke and did not fall asleep. I said whate'er I may but feel, I paid whate'er I owe, and I danced one day an Irish reel with the gout in every toe. And I was more than 6 feet high, and fortunate and wise, and I had a voice of melody and beautiful black eyes. My horses like the lightning went, my barrels carried true, and I held my tongue at an argument and winning cards at loo. I bought for a penny a twopenny loaf of wheat and nothing more. I danced with a female philosopher who was not quite a bore. The jailers had nothing at all to do, the hangman looked forlorn, and the peers had passed a vote or two for freedom of trade in corn. There was a crop of wheat which grew where plough was never broad. There was a noble lord who knew what he was never taught, and sportsmen who forbore to praise their greyhounds and their guns, and poets who deserved the bays and did not dread the duns. And barrows were bought without a test, and no man feared the Pope, and the Irish cabins were all possessed of liberty and soap. The streets were paved with mutton pies, potatoes ate like pine. Nothing looked black but a woman's eyes, nothing grew old but wine. I went one day to a court of law where a fee had been refused, and a public school I really saw where the rod was never used, and the sugar still was very sweet, though all the slaves were free, and all the folk in Downing Street had learned the rule of 3. It was an idle dream, but thou, the worship one wait there, with thy dark clear eyes and beaming brow, white neck and floating hair. And oh, I had an honest heart and a house of Portland stone, and thou wert dearest still thou art, and more than dear my own. Oh, bitterness the morning broke, alike for boor and bard, and thou wert married when I woke, and all the rest was marred, and toil and trouble, noise and steam came back with the coming ray. And if I thought the dead could dream, I'd hang myself too.